How you doing? I'm Darren with Kickin BBQ. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today we are talking Texas Torpedoes. And you may be asking, what the heck is a Texas Torpedo? Because I know that's what I was asking up until a few weeks ago. But my buddy Brian posted them on Instagram. I'll leave a link to that down below. Apparently all they are is like a cross between a jalapeno popper meets an atomic buffalo turd, meets a Texas Twinkie, meets an armadillo egg, whatever you want to call them. They look and sound absolutely amazing. They're really popular down in Texas at HEB. I'm in Minnesota. We don't have any HEBs, so I'm going to do my best to recreate it, adding a few twists that I enjoy and think will make these a little bit better. If you want the original recipe, I'll have that down below along with my recipe. Make one, make the other, make them both. Either way, they're going to be delicious. So let's bring in and prep up these Texas Torpedoes. All right, so before we prep these up, let's just kind of run through our ingredients we have here. I have some fresh ground pork sausage here. I was going to use Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage, but then I found this, so try either one. This I like because it's not seasoned. I'm going to add a little bit of barbecue flair to it on the outside, but I think breakfast sausage would go really well with this too. I'm not sure what HEB uses, but by the looks of it, from what I saw, it's probably something similar to this. Now here I have some leftover brisket. This is actually from February and a brisket I cooked on the Fast Eddie. I just vacuum sealed it and froze it. So you can see it kind of has a little bit of gray from the oxidation, but that's perfectly fine. We're going to chop this up. And then I have some jalapenos. I have a block of cream cheese, and I have about a cup of freshly grated cheddar cheese. So you can't call the cheese police on me for using bag cheese. This is freshly grated. Now, this is not included in the original recipe from what I can tell. It is literally just a jalapeno stuffed with cream cheese, stuffed with brisket, and then wrapped in the pork sausage. And that just kind of seems like we could do a little better. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is just kind of split these jalapenos. And if you set it down, you can see where it wants to roll. That's kind of the flat spot. And I'm just gonna slit this all the way down going into it, but I'm not cutting all the way through it. We wanna be able to stuff this and have it seal up. So now I'm gonna open this up, and this next part is up to you. I'm actually gonna take and make a little bit of a cut right here so I can get in there like a little door. And there you go. You can see you have the seeds and the veins in there. And I'm just gonna scoop those out. If you want it hotter, leave them in there, but it's completely up to you. The vein is where the heat is, not the seeds. So it's all about personal preference. So I'm gonna scoop out the majority of these veins as best as I can. And you can see I have a lot of the veins out of there and a lot of the seeds. That's good enough for me. These probably aren't going to be too hot, but on the off chance they are, I don't want these to offend anyone with their heat. I want everyone to be able to enjoy them. So this is the route I'm going. Now, as far as the cream cheese goes, like I said, they just had a layer of cream cheese in there and a layer of chopped brisket, which obviously sounds delicious. I'm gonna keep it pretty similar. I am gonna add a little bit of the Tailgater's barbecue party rub to here. I think seasoned cream cheese is gonna go really well in this. And this looks like a lot, but it's gonna get mixed in, so it's really not. And then I'm gonna take this cup of cheddar cheese and throw it in there. Again, this was not in there, but I think a little cheese is gonna go a long way in these. We wanna be able to taste the brisket for sure, so you don't wanna mute that out, but I don't think that's gonna happen here. So we'll get this all mixed up and incorporated. All right, so now that we have all of our cheese, cream cheese, and our seasoning mixed up, we're gonna go ahead and chop this brisket. You can see we have a pretty decent amount of fat left on there. I left that on there so when we reheat it using the sous vide, there's still a lot of moisture that'll render down in there. But we don't need that for this. I wanna really be able to taste the brisket. So I'm just gonna chop this up a little bit. All right, so we have that chopped up, and truthfully, I don't know how many of these all this is going to make, so it's just gonna be trial and error. So all I'm gonna do is take my jalapeno here. I'm gonna take some of my cream cheese, and I don't wanna stuff it completely. Normally, I would consider mixing in the brisket with the cream cheese, but I think that's really gonna tone down the brisket in here, so I'm gonna keep them separate. And we'll just put in the cream cheese like so, just like that, and then we'll take our brisket and we'll stuff that in there. So when you'll see at the end when I cut this, the idea will be that 1/2 will be cream cheese and 1/2 will be brisket. You want to be able to basically seal this back up as much as you can. If you really got it stuffed, you probably won't get a complete seal on there, but that's okay. That's where the sausage is going to come into play. So that is about what you're looking for. If you can get it a little tighter here, absolutely go for it. You want to leave the stems on these. I don't know why, but that's kind of what it looks like. And I think these are going to look like little firecrackers when we're done, which is great for the 4th of July coming up. And I'm going to prep these the night before. We'll cook them tomorrow morning, so they'll be perfect to bring to a tailgate or a party or something like that. You can get them all prepped up the night before and cook them right before you go. Not going to be a long cook. Everything's cooked. We just got to cook this sausage. So I'll get that set off to the side. Now I'm going to take some of my sausage here, and I have a couple pounds of this because, like I said, I didn't know how many I'd be able to make using this, but it's a very thin layer of sausage that they use to encase this. So I'm going to try and do the best that I can to keep it a thin, even layer. We'll just take and spread this around. All right, and there you go. There is our Texas Torpedo here, and that is looking really nice. And I tried to keep it as thin as I could, encasing this jalapeno pepper. This is a big jalapeno pepper, so your mileage may vary on these, but this is looking really good. So I'm gonna get this set off to the side. I'm gonna get the rest of these prepped up off camera, and then I'll bring you back and show you how we're gonna get these ready before we get them into the refrigerator overnight. So I'll see you right now. All right, so you can see here I have 4 Texas Torpedoes. I'm sure at some point in this video I'm gonna call these Texas Twinkies out of habit, but I got 4 of these monster jalapenos with about half of the cream cheese, 2 slices of brisket, and 2 pounds of the sausage. Now, had these been smaller jalapenos, I probably could have stretched that sausage out. Part of the sausage was also a little frozen still, so I just thawed it out in my hands a little bit working with it. So I'm sure the sausage might be a little bit thicker, but I now know why H-E-B sells 2 of these to a pack, because they're huge. I mean, this is a meal for someone. So I think these are gonna be really, really good. Now, like I said, this is unseasoned pork. If you wanted to use breakfast sausage, go for it. So I'm gonna be adding a little bit of barbecue flair. I'm gonna be using my Kickin BBQ honey chipotle. If you have a favorite barbecue rub, feel free to use that, but I highly recommend this one. So I'm gonna get these seasoned up. All right, so there is our seasoned up Texas Torpedoes. They look good. They smell wonderful from this Kickin BBQ honey chipotle. Nice smokiness to it, a little bit of sweet heat, nothing that'll blow your socks off. And at this point, these are going to the refrigerator overnight. Now, if you were cooking these for a party, you could put them in a foil pan. I'm just gonna leave them uncovered in the fridge overnight just to kind of let them dry brine into the sausage. So, like I said, very easy to prep these the day before for a party or a tailgating event, whatever, 4th of July party coming up. I'm really looking forward to trying these. So the next time I see you, it'll be tomorrow morning. We'll be getting these on the smoker. We're gonna be cooking on the Lone Star pellet grill. I've had a lot of people ask where that's been. I still have it. I will never get rid of that cooker. It is amazing. Just been trying to showcase some other cookers on the channel, and we're gonna have some other ones coming too this year. So the Lone Star Grillz is not going anywhere. I think it is still the best pellet cooker I've owned, and dollar for dollar, you can't get a better deal made in America. So that being said, I'm gonna get these in the refrigerator, and I will see you tomorrow morning, but that's gonna look like right now for you. All right, it is the next morning. We have our Texas Torpedoes on the Lone Star Grillz. We are running at 275 degrees. Just to start off, I'm gonna let it probably go 30 minutes, and then I'll bump it up to 300 just to get these done. I just wanted to get a little bit of smoke on there. But yeah, these are looking so good. Literally look like little torpedoes. So I'm gonna let these go 30 minutes, come out, check on them. We'll bump it up to 300 and cook them till they're done. So I'll bring you back in 30 minutes. All right, so it has been 30 minutes. You can see we have some wonderful color on these Texas Torpedoes. They're looking really good. We gave them a half hour at 275 degrees. Now I bumped it up to 300, and we're gonna let these finish out. I know they're not done yet. Got a little bit of condensation starting to sweat out there. They're definitely not done, so I'm gonna give them another 30 minutes and then I'll bring you back. We'll check temperatures and see where they're at. We're definitely saucing these bad boys, so, but yeah, looking so good so far. We will see you in 30 minutes. All right, so it has been another 30 minutes, 1 hour total, 30 minutes at 275, 30 minutes at 300, and these are looking so good. Just look how beautiful those look. So I did just take a temp. We're sitting at about 145 to 150. I'm gonna probably let these go another 20 minutes, come out and check them. I'm guessing they'll be done by then. So you'll just wanna cook them until the sausage is done. But yeah, looking absolutely beautiful. We will see you in 20 minutes. We'll get these sauced up, and I cannot wait to do the taste test. See you in 20. All right, so it has been another 20 minutes. You can see these look absolutely amazing, and they are done. They're all temping at about 170-ish, somewhere in there, which is a little high, but it's not gonna be a big deal. That sausage is really fatty. So today we're gonna be saucing with the Blues Hog Smoky Mountain Sauce. Really good sauce here. I wanted to use the Sucklebusters Honey Barbecue sauce, but I was out, but that is okay. This is a very good sauce as well. Use whatever sauce you like. Now all we're gonna do is just do a light glaze over these and let it kind of run down and just let it set up. Very simple process here. I highly recommend, if you do anything like this, putting your sauce in a squeeze bottle. It just really makes your life easy. You avoid brush strokes, everything else. Of course, heating up your sauce, you could avoid brush strokes as well, but that's it. That is a nice looking glaze, as you can see. And all I'm gonna do is close this down and let it go for about 5 to 7 minutes. I did drop the temperature on the smoker down to 250 just to get a little extra smoke to stick to this sauce and why it tacks up. So 250 degrees, let it go for 5 to 7 minutes. These are gonna be done, so we will see you in 5 to 7 minutes. All right, so just after a few minutes here, you can see this sauce is set up nicely. We have a beautiful glaze on here. Wonderful color. I'm gonna get these off, get them inside, let them rest for probably 10-15 minutes because I know that cream cheese is gonna be molten. And then we'll jump in and we will do the taste test. I cannot wait to try these. We will see you guys in about 10-15 minutes after these cool down. All right, guys, check this out. This is our beautiful Texas Torpedo. This looks absolutely amazing. Looks so, so good. Let's get a slice into this, check out the cross section and see how we did. But yeah, looking so good. All right, so we are just going to slice right down the middle just for the cross section. Check that out. Absolutely beautiful. You got the brisket, you got the cream cheese, you got the jalapeno. That looks so amazing. So let's jump out and let's do the taste test. All right, guys, it is the moment of truth. We're gonna try these Texas Torpedoes and I can't wait. They look wonderful. They smell amazing. And it was about an hour and 20-minute cook, so not bad, especially if you prep these the night before. So we're gonna jump in and grab this big guy right here. Lots of cream cheese, lots of brisket. The jalapeno still seems like it has a little crunch to it, which I enjoy. It's a texture thing. Get the soft sausage, the creamy cream cheese, and the nice crunch of the jalapeno. I think this is gonna be very balanced from all the rubs. So without further ado, let's give this a try. These are absolutely fantastic. I mean, they are so, so good. You get a wonderful crunch from the jalapeno. It's not mushy. The brisket still comes through. It's a nice smoky goodness in there with that creamy, cheesy cream cheese. And then you get a little bit of the sweetness from the sauce on the outside of the sausage. Great smoke flavor coming through on this. These are fantastic. I will 100% be making these again. And I highly recommend you give these a try. Make them your own. Make them my way. Make them HEB's way. Make them your own. Do what you want. They're going to be so good. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe, and we will see you next time.